Okay, so I'm not gonna lie, I kind of put this assignment off until last minute. I'm already shy and awkward as it is, so putting myself in a position to be even feel more uncomfortable and more awkward wasn't exactly my idea of fun, but this assignment kind of turned out to be really fun. So I convinced myself to actually go out and do it, and the two norms that I violated were eating off of other people's plates and drinking out of their cups, and talking too loudly in a public place. I can tell you right now that my mom was probably wants to disown me because she was so embarrassed. But even though she knew what I was doing, she still couldn't believe it, and she couldn't believe that I did it when I was with her. So I work at a local dine-in in Richfield, and we have a lot of regulars come in, and two of my former seminary teachers came in, and I was like, oh my gosh, like, I have a really good relationship with them, so I was like, these would be the perfect people to prank. So they ordered their food and they went and sat down, so everything was ready to take out their food, and I just kind of sat down and chatted with them for a minute. And as they were opening their burgers to start eating, I started to munch down on their fries, and they kind of looked at me like, "What the heck are you doing?" But their face was priceless. It was so funny. I had the hardest time keeping a straight face because when I do things like this, I just bust out laughing. I can't keep straight face. They continued to eat, so I stood up and took another fry, and then I grabbed one of their drinks and took a sip of it, and they looked at me like, "What the heck are you doing?" They were mortified. But as I walked away, I actually heard one of them say, "What the actual hell just happened?" Like one of my seminary teachers, right? Well, I walked back to the counter, got them new drinks, and took them another thing of fries, and started to explain what I was doing and why I had to do it. And I've never heard two men snort from laughing so hard in their life. They were laughing so hard. But then they proceeded to tell me that there's a special place in heaven for people like me. So that one was really fun. My second norm was talking too loudly in a public place. My mom told me that if I did this one while I was with her, she would ditch me where I was, and she would leave me to find my own ride home. So we went to the store to go pick up a couple stuff, but I walked in the store, my friend called me, so I answered it, and I was like, "Okay, so you gotta help me with this." So she's like, "Okay." So I started talking really loud. I told her what we were buying, what we were putting in the cart, what aisle we were in, and it's as we were walking through the store and the aisles and stuff, people were staring really bad, and I'm kind of a brat, so I'll stare back and I'll make faces. So I started to do that, but then people just ended up leaving. But I actually had one worker come up to me and tell me that if I didn't be quiet, then they were gonna have to escort me from the store because I was disrupting the shoppers. But needless to say, after that, I couldn't find my mom for a while. It was pretty funny. But this time it made me super uncomfortable. I didn't realize that social norms had such an impact on how people go about their daily lives. People will expect to go shopping in peace and quiet, or to eat their food in peace and quiet, but they don't expect dumb teenagers to go around and start making noise and eating off their plates and stuff. But this is a really fun segment, and I had a lot of fun doing it. So